God bless him, man. Fire nice. Everybody's out today. Headed to the library. I just want to get on here. To say that I was just, I don't know, my spirit has been doing a lot of thinking lately. And along with that, I was thinking how, like, people, I don't know, we don't understand God's ways so much to the point. If you think of nature in general for a second, is nature forgiving? Does nature forgive if something bad happens? You know the phrase, kill or be killed. Think of nature as a whole. Like, how does nature function? Nature functions in such a way where it doesn't matter how horrible things are to our standards of, like, we get sad when something dies or something gets killed, for instance. And we say, oh, how tragic, we really wish that wouldn't happen, or why did that happen, or how sad. Well, it wasn't to our standards that creature or whatever else in nature died, or something bad happened, or in real life, why did this have to happen this way? Well, was it to our standards? Or maybe God had ordained it to be, the whole system of this to be like this. And so my message really is that if it's God ordained to be like that, then what's the problem? If it's supposed to, or set up to be like this, then what's the problem? Why are we so upset? It's like we've become so conditioned and put in our little safety nets and our safety boxes in our world. It's almost like, I guess it's from Satan, the enemy, that he set it up like that. So it's just like we're trying to attack God's ways of how he set it up, because Satan has put like this safety net, which is not really a safety net, it's just a cover for us from God's ways of how he set things up, so we wouldn't really see the reality of the things. Like, it almost makes me think of so many people living in their own worlds now that they almost like they don't even live in reality anymore. They have set up in their minds like their own reality, their own truths and everything, because we've been so hidden and conditioned away from God's function of how things are supposed to be. So if it's God ordained, what is the problem? What is the issue? I'm talking to myself. I'm witnessing to my own self how things are set up, and I always go back to nature, like nature in general, how nature is set up, how unforgiving nature is. Well, it's just like, I think of God's ways. Okay, if nature is so unforgiving, because that survivalist Bear Grylls would say that a lot, and so it's like, maybe in the same way, like God set it up for, in a way, it's like the human race, or like our world in general, but I guess the human race is set up just a little bit differently. We have court systems and everything. It's not like the animal kingdom completely, but at the same time, it's just like things happen the way they happen for a reason. And maybe even through bad things happening, there's always going to be something good that will come out of it if it's God ordained. And I believe that 100%. That even if it's so tragic and horrible, it's just like murder, shootings, whatever else, there is going to be something good that's going to come away from it. Now, need in mind, I don't know what the good part is, whether if it's the gospel being shared with someone or something. I just know this is how God does function. What the devil meant for evil, God meant for good. The setup. And I do go by that. I do believe in that. And there is a way, and the reason why God has, why, I know we're a fallen creation on a fallen world, but God sets up different things for a reason. That's why we go around questioning, well, if there is a God, people will still, even to this day, then why did this happen? Well, maybe it was set up like that, well, someone would be able to find God through that, or something good would happen from that, and something good would come from that. So just banking on that. So if it's God ordained, then what's the problem? What's the issue? God bless. Amen. Fire and ice. Godspeed.